Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make delicious crumbly scones that we all love in the afternoon with some tea, raspberry jam and clotted cream. Stay tuned and see how to do it at home. To start with, we need to put aside just a little bit of the flour that is in the ingredients list for later use. From the rest of the flour we make scones. So we add the baking powder, all of it, and mix together with the flour. Now sugar and soft butter. The butter needs to be really soft but not melted. And right now we just need to combine the butter well in order to create like kind of crumbles from the dough. So it will just take 1 or 2 minutes of combining. You can do it by hand or you can do it with a fork or a spoon. It needs to resemble kind of like breadcrumbs in the end. Just tiny pieces of butter coated with flour. More or less like this. It's absolutely fine. I'm using 1 egg. So I don't want to just separate another egg just for the glazing. So I will be just leaving a tiny bit of this egg for glazing later. From this amount of butter you will get more or less 6 medium scones. So if you want to make a bigger batch, you just multiply the ingredients, or if you want to make a bigger batch, you can freeze it as well, because scones, as you know, they are the best when they are freshly baked. And right now we add the milk. This dough will be very sticky. That's why we will need the rest of the flour. We use half of this and we put our dough on top. And right now we'll be using our hands to fold the rest of the flour into the dough. This way, by folding it continuously, we create some air bubbles in the dough, which means afterwards, after baking, the scones will be really nice and crumbly. And right now we use the rest of the flour to coat it from above, so our hands do not stick while we deal with the dough. Okay, and right now the folding. What we are doing, we are folding it in half, like this. Turn, fold, turn, fold, turn, until we incorporate all of the rest of the flour. As soon as the dough is not longer sticky, we can already roll it. We just take the dough and we roll it into more or less kind of a square. It will be easier to cut out the circles from it. Now we relax it. We take a cookie cutter and we just cut scones like this. We just press. You don't want to turn it. Just press and that's it. Take it away, the scone. It is very important that this part of the scone is completely wet without any touch of flour into it. Leave it like that. We put it onto the baking tray and we leave it. The scones are ready right now. So, as you can see, these 5, they were done with just a first batch of the dough, while these 2, they were done with the second kneading of the remaining pieces of the dough. They will be still fine, but they will not rise as much, and as you can see they are a little bit more flat as well. There is nothing wrong with them. At home it's absolutely fine, but they will be like proper, nice, very high scones. Right now we need to leave them for 10 minutes to allow the baking powder to start working. In the meantime, you can heat up the oven to 200 degrees Celsius with fan. Right now, after 10 minutes, the scones are already a little bit risen. This is a time to glaze them with some egg wash and bake. When we are glazing them, we need to make sure that we are glazing only the top of the scones. So we don't want the egg wash to go over the sides, because then the scones will not rise during baking. We just do the same with all of them. Just be very careful, don't rush it, you don't want egg wash on the sides. We need to bake them in 200 degrees Celsius with fan for more or less 10 to 15 minutes. Each oven is different, so in my oven usually it is no more than 10 minutes. I will show you how they look like when they are ready, a little bit browned, but it really depends on your oven, so you just need to observe them, how they look like. They should be just nicely risen and browned. I wanted to show you also how to make quickly some jam at home, fruit jam. I always have some frozen fruit in my fridge, basically just for this kind of opportunity. We just put the frozen fruit of our choice. I have some just mixture of summer fruits, that's how it's called. I add some sugar to it. Sugar depends on your how sweet is your tooth, basically. This is more or less 300 grams of frozen fruit, and I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sugar to them. And right now we just put it on the heat, let's say medium heat, maybe a high in the beginning just to start them going, and then we lower to the medium heat and just cook it until it all softens. You just press them, mix them, and when they are a little bit more sticky in consistency, that's it. It will be completely ready. I will show you how they go. After 10 minutes, when the scones are almost ready to be taken out of the oven, our confiture is also ready. These fruits are very soft, so we can just squash them with a spoon or with a fork, and it will make the whole confiture a little bit thicker. If you want, you can just prepare it in advance and cook it a little bit longer, so the whole jam will be just thicker. And yeah, that's really it. This is ready. You can enjoy that with freshly baked scones or with any other desserts, really. It's really nice and quick way of doing the jam at home. So the scones are ready. They are just freshly baked. As you can see, they are a lot uneven, which is completely normal. Only the professionally baked scones with some mysterious ingredients will be really perfect. At home, the scones, they should look like that. Basically, just rough, nicely baked, very crumbly scones that are just perfect. I will let them cool for just a tiny bit so I can handle them, and I will show you how they look inside, how crumbly they are as well. The scones are ready. Here is the jam I prepared, and I have some clotted cream as well. I want to show you how beautiful the scone is inside. It is just so nice and soft and so crumbly. You can see all the small tiny holes in the scone, which are just small pockets of air, which makes the whole structure nice and crumble. They are also quite soft to the touch, which means they will be just melting in your mouth. I will just prepare one of them. Some nice amount of clotted cream and some jam. Beautiful. I hope guys you enjoyed watching it, and I really encourage you to make them at home. As you could see, it is so quick and easy to make them, and nothing tastes better than the just homemade scones when they are still nice and warm, with a cup of tea preferably. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.